Today we're going to do a quick tank update. Hey guys, Devin with ReefDudes. Now I haven't done a tank update in a little while, so I figure I'm just about to leave for 2 weeks. I'll give you guys a quick update before I leave and let you guys know where the tank is at. So as you guys know, in one of my previous updates, I added the Radion Diffusers to the tank. And so far the diffusers are doing a great job. They do a very nice even uniform light, as you guys would have known from my last video. So I'm digging them. The shadows, the coloring, the shimmers all looks very nice. Now one unfortunate thing, my blue line cleaner wrasse did jump. I used to call the little guy Terminator because he's leaped out 5 times and I've added him back in and he's been fine every time. But unfortunately this time I found him, he's dried up. Now I do keep a mesh top on my tank. So he must have jumped out when I was feeding or some other time and I didn't notice, so I'm not quite sure what happened, but either way I ended up picking up a replacement for him. This guy has a little yellow on his head, he's kind of funky looking, but I'll have to think of a new name for this guy. But yeah, so far he's been great in the tank, and I've even put my tank in when I'm feeding Nori and stuff, you know, like picking my hand, it's kind of funny, but he's been pretty good. Now my only one complaint lately is I'm still battling a little bit with that green cyano. You can see little bits of my sand bed here and there. It was actually worse the other day. I did a water change the other day and sucked a bunch out. Now to help combat that, I will do Chemi Pure if I have to, but I've been avoiding it. So I just picked up a second orange conch snail, and those guys actually eat cyano. So my one does a pretty good job at helping keep it somewhat in check. So I'm hoping if I had a second one, my tank won't, you know, turn into a bit of a disaster while I'm away. Now, as for the tanks, the powder blue's been doing great. Him and the yellow tank have their own little fin flare, but aside from that, they're fairly peaceful together. There's no big corals anymore, it's just the odd little fin flare here and there. My second newest fish would be the leopard wrasse. He's been a great fish, no issues at all with him. Kind of see him hiding under the rockwork right now. Very active, he's always cruising around just picking at the rocks and other things, so he's a very cool fish. If you guys haven't had one before, they're definitely a neat guy. Really cool patterns as well. As for corals, I guess the only couple new ones. I got a single head of a very cool zoa in the back. I don't know if we can zoom in to see it from here. It's kind of a, I think it's called the Galaxy or a Purple Stardust or something, but once that one grows, it should be a really cool one. With that, we got a little head of a blue and gray acan, and we got one of those Australian scullies, button corals. Kind of hiding in the back, but yeah, that's about that. It's about the only real changes in the tank lately. Otherwise, everything's been doing pretty great. I'm digging the diffusers, they're looking good on the tank. So far I've had good response with the coral growth. Color blendings, kind of the fill light's very even spread. You can see my Miami Hurricane Chalice is growing over the edges, so that guy's probably gonna have to need some fragging in a couple weeks. The Gorgonians, we got the purple whip. Now this guy is encrusting over top of the rock, so that's great to see. The odd thing is the yellow one, or the gold one beside it, he's not encrusting at all. So he's surviving, not really thriving like the purple one. Same species, just different coloration, so no idea what the difference is there. The Candelabra Gorgonian, same thing, he's encrusting on the rock. So he's happy, he's doing well. Yeah, so otherwise, so hopefully my tank isn't overrun with green cyano when I get back. If it is, I guess that'll be another video and maybe we'll try the Chemi Clean, but I have faith in the new conch snail to hopefully help out the other guy and do a good job of keeping things in check. Alright guys, if you enjoyed this update, hit that like button, and if you're new here, make sure you guys subscribe and stay up to date for more great videos from ReefDudes.